Well, hello and welcome back to another video. So today, this is part of 1 of 4 of soundboards. And today I'll be talking about this little board by Behringer called the Xenyx802. So why not stick around for more information? Coming up.
I'm out here, y'all. Peace.
So today I'll be talking about this Behringer Xenyx802 soundboard. As you can tell, it's quite small, pretty basic for what you need. If you're only running a small DJ business, only small equipment, then this is the board to go with. It has, we're going to start with the XLRs. It's only got 2 for your microphone inputs, and then it's got your balanced or unbalanced jacks underneath, which is not too bad as well. And it's got your gains for your microphones, if you like. So if you plug into your microphone input, take it up to your gain, so you can make your microphone louder before you actually set your volume. And then on channels 1 and 2, basically the same all the way through. You've got your high EQ, you've got your mid EQ, and you've got your low EQ. They're pretty basic. It's self-explanatory. Left to make the high down, or right to make your high up. Exactly the same with mids and lows. And then for the FX, you have to have external devices for your effects. So you can, so if you had the echo for your vocals, so if you had a microphone on channel 1, you can set on how much EQ or echo that you want. So like quarter volume for your echo, or you can have your delay on the microphone, whatever you want. And then obviously you've got your pan, left and right. So if you had say 2 microphones, or basically if you have 2 microphones, channel 1 and 2, you can have channel 1 microphone to the left of it, and then channel 2 microphone to the right of it. So it's pretty basic. And even you've got your flip lights. If you've got your volume or your gain high, you've got your signal flips. So that indicates to you that you've got your volume too high, it's pushing too much volume to your amp rack. And that comes off your volume display on the right hand side. And then talking about volumes, you've got your volume controls. Instead of sliders, you've got dials, because it's obviously this small. You don't really need dials or need sliders. So halfway point is 0 dB, which I normally have it at anyway. And so you can control on how loud or softly you can have your channel down. And then channels 3 and 4 are exactly the same, but what they don't have are the gain controls, channels 1 and 2. So there's no gain controls, there's no XLRs, so you basically can have whatever you want in there. So like guitar work, so you plug in your acoustic guitar, electric guitar, or whatever device you want to go into channels 3 and 4. So it's balanced for left, unbalanced for right. Sometimes I have both, like a Y joint or Y connection if you like. Exactly the same DQ, your effects, balance, and then also your volume control. Obviously, but the numbers are slightly different as it's channel 1 and 2 self-explanatory, but channels 3 and 4 it's like channel 3 is 3/4, channels 4 is 5/6. The reason why they put that is because of the connections on the top. And then you've got a control room volume. So if you've got to monitor speakers with a separate amplifier, that's your control. And then obviously for your main speaker system, main amp rack, you got your main output volume. So it's obviously you'll have main volume higher than your monitors, because obviously your monitors are closer to you than your mains. And then you got your auxiliary return, which we'll talk about the connections in a bit. Then you got your phono in and out. So if you have a CD player, a portable CD player, you can plug it into there. And if you are recording audio, you've got your audio out. And then the connections, the other connections I have here is your stereo auxiliary return. So it's basically coming from your echo, delay, whatever the devices you have connected is right in here, so you can choose your level of returns that you have for your microphone or guitar. FXN, basically sound coming from this board goes to your effects board or effects rack, and then come back left and right via channels. You've got your phones or headphones, so you can actually listen to music whilst you're playing live or recording. Control room out, basically your separate amp rack is basically for your monitor system. So 2 monitors in front of you, you set your level and it goes to whatever your level you have at. Same goes with main out. If you have it, say 0 dB, it will go to 0 dB going out into amp rack. And then you've got your management system, whatever. And then you got your phantom power, saying if you have your microphones that only require phantom power to work, as soon as you press that, it sends 48 volts to your XLRs, and the XLRs send it to your microphone. Your microphone is on, picks up the sound, brings it back into your board, does its business, goes to your amp rack, to speakers out. So if you look at a live gig, so a band, if you look at the overhead microphones, on a drum kit, you've got your left and right overheads for the cymbals. Those microphones run on 48 volts, so it picks up your cymbal volume and amplifies it before it gets into the board. So it's quite a good thing to have. But the one thing you should not do is when you have like a computer connected into the channels, especially 1 and 2, it could actually damage your computer. So whatever you do not do it. I tried it once before, and I touched the grill of the phantom microphone and it gave me a shock because I had other bits and bobs connected to another board that I've got, which will be later. And then you obviously got 2 buttons down here. You got your 2-track to control room. Basically, there's your 2-track. So it goes to your control room out, so you can actually listen in to what's going in here. And then 2-track to mix, so you can actually play your mix from the 2-track, all these phono connections, to the main speakers that you've got on the left and right of you. And then on the back, not really much to say about it, but it's got AC power, or alternating current power input. And obviously if things do get heated or quite hot inside, it's got a vent underneath it. Good place to have it otherwise, because it's power going into there, and that does get quite hot eventually. It's also lightweight, easy to use, ideal for having drum microphones overheads. So you get your overheads, plug them in here, and then you have your output into a secondary board. So you can use 1 channel instead of 2 on, so you're taking 1 away. But obviously, if you have if you've got like a 9-piece band, you'll need like X amount of channels to run them all. But yeah, that's it today for this Behringer Xenyx802. So I hope to see you again in the next video. But in the meantime, I am still doing live shows. If you can join me on my next live stream, which will be Valentine's Day. So with that in mind, don't forget to like, subscribe, share and comment. It all helps me out, all helps my channel out. So take care, see you soon, goodbye for now.